friends! Glad to see you back this week. Please ignore the... Oh, she's not even there anymore. I had my door open because my cat was like stretched in between my room and the door and I didn't want to offend her, but I will shut it now. So... Alright, so I hope everyone's having a good summer so far. The weather here has been a little bit up and down, but this week's supposed to be really nice, so I'm excited. Hopefully some beaching will happen. And I wanted to make this video now because I know that, well, I think a lot of churches do a vacation Bible school or day camp of some kind. And it's pretty popular for especially high school kids to volunteer and help out at those. And I helped out at mine for probably 3 or 4 years. We don't have it going on anymore, but we used to for like probably 10 years. And then I also did a bigger day camp at my friend's church. So that was really awesome. So I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why you should volunteer at a VBS this summer. So here we go! So reason 1, it's a lot of fun. Even like I went to VBS's when I was a kid and I loved them, but even volunteering at them, you still get to participate in, like, if you do different games, or I'm kind of a sucker for crafts still. So yeah, you get to do a lot of different things and it's really fun. And it's also awesome just to see all the kids learning about God and being excited about doing, you know, different activities and hearing the Bible stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's just a really fun time, and usually it's only a week, so I mean it's not a big commitment, but I'm sure that your church and the kids will really appreciate you helping out. Number 2 is if you love kids. And if you don't particularly love kids, wait until number 3 because I'll give you another option. But this one is if you love kids. It's a really fun way to connect with them. If you're like being a group leader or something like that, just being involved with them in the different activities and getting to sort of teach them about God and your own experiences. It's just a really cool way to get to know them and make a little friendship, so that's always awesome. And number 3, for you guys who maybe aren't super excited about spending a long period of time with kids. First of all, I just want to say that some VBS's, like the one at my church, ours was free and it was only, I think, 9 to 12, so it was just in the morning. So it's not a big chunk, like it's not all day. I did do a different day camp at my friend's church, like I said, and they're a bigger church, and theirs was actually 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the kids, like the parents of the kids actually paid, and then we did a whole bunch of like outings to like bowling and like, what's it called? A water park and stuff like that. So there's different lengths of them, but also there's usually different positions you can volunteer for within your VBS. So if maybe you aren't good with kids or you just, that's not really your thing, you might not have to be a group leader. Like at my church, for instance, there was volunteers like to make the snacks every day. And then there was the different volunteers to run the activities. So there was like a sports one outside, and then there was like crafts and different things like that. There was also a group of people who did little skits every day, I think, or Bible stories. So those type of positions, you're not taking care of 8 to 10 kids at once. So if you wanted to do something like that, that would be an option. And then you're still helping out, and I'm sure your church and the kids would really appreciate that. the beginning of the summer, you're super excited. You're like, no school, I can do whatever I want. And then about a month in, it kind of gets a little bit boring and you're like, I don't know what to do with my time. So this, I think, is a good way to get you out of the house. And also, if you have friends that could volunteer with you, then that would make it a good time just hanging out with your friends and also doing this. So I think it's a really good investment of your time if you're looking for something to do in the summer. And last but not least, number 5. Now, I'm not sure if every high school does this, but the high school I went to, you had to have 40 hours of like volunteer work to graduate. So I think I got all of my hours from doing VBSs. So that's another bonus to volunteering if you need this for high school. It's a great way to get those hours with doing something that is also really beneficial to the children and to your church. So yeah, those are my 5 reasons to volunteer at a VBS this summer. I hope this was beneficial for some of you who are maybe confused if you wanted to do it or if it would be something you'd be comfortable with. It's definitely not a scary thing, especially if you're doing it at your own church and you know a lot of the people there who are running the activities. I really encourage you guys to volunteer if you have the opportunity. Or like I said, if maybe your church isn't doing one but you have a friend in their church is, you could always ask to help out with theirs, because I'm sure they would be more than happy for you to do that as well. I'm really sorry, my voice is going super hoarse today. I don't know what's going on. I hope I'm not getting sick. I wanted to say something at the end of this video. Oh, this is random, but I just found a Christian band called Bellarive or Bellarive. I don't think they're new, but my friend just told me about them and I really love them. So if you are looking for new music, I would definitely recommend them. One of my favorite songs so far, I've only listened to like 5, is called Chains. And I'll put a link down below if I can find a video on YouTube. I'm sure there is. So yeah, if you want to look at that, feel free. Oh, also I wanted to mention, I put on Twitter yesterday one of those polls, I think is what it's called, where you do different options and then people can vote for what you wanted to see in this video. And it was 50-50 for this one or hate and forgiveness. So I'll definitely do that one next week. I just chose this one because I thought it's getting pretty close to the beginning of summer for high school kids. So I thought I would want to get this one out as soon as possible. But next week will be that one. And I'm gonna try and continue to do that. So the next week I'll do another poll of 2 options and you guys can vote. So if you want to be a part of that, please click up here to follow me on Twitter. And yeah, I really want your guys' feedback about that because I want to do videos that you guys want to see. So yeah, or if you have another idea that I don't mention for a video, that's really helpful too, because I only have about like 4 ideas for future videos, so any would be very beneficial. So I hope you guys have a good weekend and a good beginning of week next week, and I will see you back on Friday. Bye!